Hey you guys, what's up? What's up? It's your girl, Miss Derrica J to lead the way, and this is the show where we take it one step at a time. My love, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I know that you are doing well. Of course, we're going to start out with peace. What is it? Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and a whole bunch of money to you. I hope you are doing well. I was so excited to make this video because I told y'all I had to take a break. I told y'all your girl had to take a break. You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them, okay? And baby, the timing, the energy, my attitude just wasn't well, okay? And the last video I posted was a little spicy, and it can get spicier than that, but I just didn't care to share that, you know? I realized like my biggest thing before I was like, all right, I'm ready to come back, I had to recognize that I am not trying to add to the noise. It's a lot of noise out here. It's a lot of, and I'm just not willing to participate in it. So I was watching Hard Knocks, about the Jets. It's a show on the football team, the Jets. And they were in practice. It was like I guess a personal development type of thing. And one of the coaches were talking about sometimes a crow can get attached to like an eagle's back and start trying to like attack the eagle, right? But the eagle doesn't try to fight back or anything like that. The eagle just soars as high as it can go, and eventually it gets too high for the crow, and the crow winds up losing breath, losing air, and wind up just falling to the ground to die anyway. So it just gave me like this I love like healthy competition. That's my thing. I kind of feed off that. I love sports movies and shows. Apparently I just finished watching Ted Lasso on Apple TV, and that was really good as well. So I love like the camaraderie and the engagement and the, you know, team building. Like I was on a dance team, multiple dance teams, and that was like having to come together and move outside of yourself for other people and just learn how to succeed as one is really important, I think. But specifically within that scene, I took that, and it's one of the constant messages that I've been getting, but in a more visual way for me to see how to do what I'm being asked to do. And that is, and sorry, this is a whole catch up, and then it'll be messages in the message. It'll be messages in the catch up. So yeah, but I'm so excited. So yeah, that was like a visual for me. Like you don't have to, the fighting back is the waste of time, you know. The trying, like Yoda says, you never try, you just do. And that has been so important for me to learn lately. And so yeah, when taking this break, I just took the time to step back because I just feel like online everywhere, especially in the Black community. I don't want to like, it's always, oh, it's the Black community, it's the Black community, but like I'm on Twitter and I engage with Black Twitter, and it's just a lot that's being fed to our community, which has us in a constant argument between Black women and Black men. And it's just very frustrating. And on top of that, you have the different religious groups, and it's just a lot. And being from all of these different groups, you know, I have a Black American side. I have a Jamaican side. Born in a religious household. Well, kind of. My mom was brought up in a religious household, so she kind of raised me that same way, even though my father wasn't really religious. He has an understanding. He's like the first person to be like, I'm an Aquarius, you are a Sagittarius. And I'm like, oh, what the heck is that? I didn't know anything about it, and whatever. But he went to Catholic school. His family is from the Carolinas. My mom's side being from Jamaica. So having both sides, and yeah, it's just a lot going on. So during this little break, I got to talk to a lot of people and really sit with myself, and kind of excited to just share. One of the biggest things that I have been learning around this time, and the things that have changed from within, and I'm so excited to see them materialize in the 3D, right? I've gotten to the space where I truly understand that I don't have to do, but I am. I have to be. What I search for on the outside is something that must be cultivated on the inside of me, and I find that so important. Right now, I do pay attention to the astrological forecast. So Venus has gone direct finally, and I am so grateful for the time to reflect as it went retrograde and now is direct finally. Now the ladies can do all the whatever beauty new things that they want to do. We're so excited about it. I'm actually probably going to do my hair tomorrow. But yeah, I really got a chance to just sit, and I think this past weekend really kind of solidified everything that I learned, or was feeling, or whatever. It's like I'm going through this school that is invisible, and I'm just here. It's so, which is life. But seriously, I feel like I'm in a physical school. Y'all hear my dog? Trying to interrupt the broadcast. Girl. Hold on. Stop doing all of that. Sorry, I had to burp. So, one thing that I've learned is that I take relationships much differently than I did before. Still have a crazy. Okay. All right. So I see relationships, and I look at them much differently now. I look at it, I remember seeing this tweet that said something like, relationships and being married and, things like that are not something that just is a part of this checklist that's supposed to happen in your life. Like, we treat it like, okay, well, yeah, I went to school, good, got a good job, good, bought a house, good, married, good, got the children, good, whatever. Like, we are carrying it as if it is a checklist to life, and there is no real checklist. And I feel like we all kind of, whether one way or another, gravitate to this checklist, and then we find out that this isn't for me, or I don't like this, or this really doesn't resonate with the lifestyle that I want to live. And like, I have like these cycles where I used to I just find somebody to talk to, and during this time, and it's not per se for cuffing season or anything like that. It just would happen, and I'm realizing for the first time that I'm like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not even like looking for it, a relationship there, I should say. And I don't mean that as in I don't need no man, and I'm working on myself. You know how people be, and then whole time wind up in a relationship because that's oh, this person's different. It's like, no, you just really wanted to be with somebody. And Feel Good Life on Instagram and other social media handles, he said something like, you can't want love and then say, but I don't want to get hurt. I want to be in a relationship, but I don't really want to share this, or I want to, and then I understood that, period. I'm trying to stop using but all the time. I'm actively working on not saying but as much. Use it in its appropriate manner. Okay? So I love love. I'm a lover girl. And I was doing that same thing that he was speaking on, saying, oh, I want a relationship, but I don't know if I'm ready right now, or whatever. So, I play with the idea, okay, no, be serious about it. But then I'm like, well, am I ready? Do I want it? Do I want to share space with anyone? And especially right now where I am very much preoccupied with reintroducing myself to myself, learning myself, learning how to take care of myself, learning how to be myself and not overanalyze myself at every waking moment of my life. I am falling in love with myself, and that is truly the love that I need to cultivate and build on, because too many times I have been on the receiving and I have been on the giving side of this. But you see someone and you have this idea about them, but instead of living through what you have learned through by way of that person, you are living through the expectation that your mind has made up of this person. And I have experienced that a lot, where it's just like, yo, I'm a real person. And yeah, I'm a good time, I'm funny, da 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 da. But I experience all of my emotions in what feels like extremes to me. Okay? It's not I'm leaning too much on one side. I am okay with experiencing my emotions and feeling them. Okay? I really suggest everyone do it. Why? Because when you do, okay, I've experienced anger before. I ain't got to wild out. I'm angry. It is what it is. Like, I don't technically like when people are trying to get me, oh, what's the matter? What's the matter? I'm upset. You want to talk about? No. Not saying that's my response every time, but like, some people be trying to make you feel better, and it's like, no. I want to feel what I'm feeling right now and understand it and work through it. I'm the type of person, I want to work through my emotion. I want to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay? I want to understand. Right? I used to hit my friend with this. Yo, I don't want your apology if you don't understand where I'm coming from. That doesn't make sense to me, because it's in your heart to do that. Yeah, you might have the will to not do it because I don't like it or it hurt my feelings. But if you don't understand why it's hurt my feelings, so then your heart can change around it, there ain't no point. Like, keep it. Like, I'll move. I'll go away. Trust me. Yes, this is like one of the first times in my life where it's like, no, I'm ready. I admire, like, one of my favorite things to watch on Instagram right now is like young men or men my age or whatever the case is, right? Take their space, like, really go and explore what masculinity looks like for them, or to really get your shit together. It's so many people out here using the relationship checklist, like using the life checklist. Okay, I did the school thing, now look for a relationship. You don't even know how to be a person. You don't know you don't know who you are, yet you're trying to consume someone else and try to get to know someone else. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I think I admire men who do this because I think men are more inclined to do that. Where women are expected, you better hurry up and have these babies, okay? You better hurry up and get in a relationship. You gotta hurry up and get married and things like that. And I don't know. It is what it is for me at this point because, like, I don't want to be ignorant of myself anymore. I don't want to just take on a relationship and I don't have the capacity for it. I don't want to treat the next relationship that I'm in as if it's just something for me to do. I want to be in love. I want to be surrounded by love, engulfed in love, lifted up in love. I feel like I'm finally at a space where it's like, I realized that I was my biggest bully. Like, recently, I realized, like, yo, you judge yourself before other people get to judge you. And it's like, maybe outwardly I wear it like it's confidence, but inwardly I'm like, try not to overanalyze yourself. Try not to do this. And surprisingly, I didn't feel that much of it this week. And like, I feel like there was a switch where it's like, nah, we're not doing that no more because it's no point. But still feeling like I'm still getting rid of the old. So yeah, like, just recently I just realized, like, I don't have to, I just gave up being the bully, and I apologize to myself for being my own bully. A lot of us have a judge and jury in our own head, and it's like, you move this way, you're wrong. You move that way, you're not doing enough. You're not, you sit too long, you're lazy. If you move too much, you're overworking yourself. It's a lot. So for me, it's so important for me to be like, you don't have to work to be Derica. I am Derica. I don't have to overanalyze the situation. I don't have to prejudge myself. I just stopped. I just stopped because if anyone's gonna love myself, if anyone's gonna love me, it has to be me. It's like, yo, yeah, sometimes I'll be over the head wrap, but it's like, girl, that's where we at right now. We in it for protection and protection. When it's time to go get your hair done, you will go get your hair done. When it's time to do this, you will do this. When it's time to do that, you will do that. If you want to get daughter, figure it out. Okay? So, like, I just stopped and decided, well, what if I was the coach? What if I was the biggest cheerleader? What if I was the biggest supporter for myself? How do I treat my friends, my loved ones? I treat them with compassion. I treat them, sometimes I be hard. I be hard on a hoe. Not calling my family a hoe, but like, I be hard on a hoe. Because that's how everybody is. We gotta we have to push. It's no settling, okay? When we get settled, we get angry because we're not where we want to be. And that goes along with the relationships. I don't be comfortable in a relationship knowing I got things to do, but now I gotta Be mindful of your feelings and what you got to do. And even when you want to look to it from a biblical standpoint, right? I forgot. It's always either Peter or Paul, but I'm pretty sure it's Peter who was talking to the Corinthian church or whoever. And was talking about like, it's just best for you to stay single for real, because I mean, unless you just really trying, you really need to have sex or whatever, go get married, but like keep your business to yourself. Like you got to stay focused on what you're, what to put into your God-given gifts so they can add more to you. You gotta, it's hard. Not, it's challenging to be in a relationship, a real beneficial, worthy, like equally beneficial relationship. It's hard. And I believe just because people don't really know how to add to themselves, hopefully that makes sense. I feel like not enough of us are doing the work for ourselves and really for ourselves. That's why it's hard to say, oh, I'm sorry, or I was wrong, or can I be open and honest with you? Because one, if you're dealing with someone who hasn't done the work for themselves, they might respond a certain way. You don't want to fight, you don't want to argue, so you lie, so you hide this, or you don't say that, or you try to fix it. And that's where it comes from, because we're not really doing the work for ourselves individually. And I feel like I'm at this space where it's like, I'm in a good sweet spot, baby. The next step, baby. Listen, move out my way. Okay? So, and I noticed that like I get in these little relationships, little things, little flings, whatever. And then out of nowhere, I'm losing focus. I'm distracted. I'm this, I'm that. It's like, I don't need no distractions. I don't need nothing, because when I am ready to be fully open for love, oh baby. Because when I do it, and I do it well. That's literally my main purpose of being here. It's just like, I am here to fall in love. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to love on my people and express joy, have a good time. That's what I'm here to do. But yeah, I'm not sure what else. I think I just said a whole lot of things. Oh, there was one specific, very, very important thing that's kind of attached to the eagle and the crow story. But there is a lot going on in the world, and there always is, right? Always is. But be mindful. Okay, be mindful of what you're intaking in the everyday. Like, be mindful of what you're consuming, even outside of your mouth. And I'm talking about mainly outside of your mouth. I'm on Twitter a lot, and it's just a lot of gender wars and conspiracies, a lot of politicking going on. There's a lot of politicking going on in the world, especially, what season it is, excuse me. It's just a lot to look at, and it's a lot that will consume you. And I would really, really suggest taking a break from all of it from time to time. Just take a step from it. Be mindful of what you think. The other day, I really got consumed with just the things that I still need to do. Oh my goodness. And it's crazy because I have this summer has been a down summer for me. And I don't want to say like it's a bad thing. It's just I've been playing it low. I've been taking it very, very slow, because I've had to. And I, I still have been taken care of. I still have been, nothing has been taken away from me, thank God. And I'm so grateful for that. I found ways where I didn't have some ways. I've had, like I said, I've had tremendous help. I've still had a great summer. Y'all seen Beyonce on the floor, bitch. Like, let me tell you, can't nobody tell me shit. Baby, I went to the Renaissance store on the flow. Who you talking about? I had a bomb summer, okay? And that, if that was the only thing I did, I was still would look. I done seen Beyonce. I had a great summer 2023. Okay, and a time to rest and a time to do all these things. And getting, all right, what's next? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Because I'm very much I need to know what I'm doing. I need to know the next plan. But now I'm just in the space of like trusting and being, and I don't know how it happened, but it did. And at, I guess, like the height of it, coming down off of everything that I've had to do this past weekend, coming down from all of that and feeling, oh, your responsibilities are creeping up on you, don't. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to worry. We done got this far. We going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. We going to turn it up a notch. I'm not going to bully myself. I'm not going to tear myself down to try to get work done. No, I'm going to encourage myself. But then it started, something flipped again where it was like, I'm not worrying about that. I'm just going to say thank you because I've gotten this far. And when I tell you most people would have been flipping shit at this point, no. I see people now. Cause when your money low, when you ain't got the things that people usually gravitate to, oh, you see people in a different way. Oh, baby, I love it now. Because baby, when the money come up, because I ain't never been that type. Listen, I'm the type that's gonna take 2-3 jobs and have a little program, whatever extra activity I got going on. I know who I am. So it's like, all right, I'm listening to how people move. I'm seeing how people treat me. I'm seeing who's going to do this. I'm seeing who's going to do that. And it's not so much of, oh, this is how they view me. I now understand, okay, this is how they view themselves. They can't treat me no other type of way if they even got a judge and jury in their own head that they got to kill for themselves. I'm no longer in the space of, oh, they should be doing this for me, or they should be doing that, and they should. No, it just feels more so of, you have help, but you got to go hard for yourself. And it ain't no need to try to fit in everywhere. I ain't everybody cup of tea. I don't want none of your drink. We good. Learning how to be. But in that moment, I just realized, I was like, yo, I'm not worrying. I'm about to praise. I just started, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Switch the energy. Because we ain't getting nowhere by beating myself up. I'm not getting nowhere by beating myself up. I just started saying thank you and releasing it into the atmosphere where it's like, yo, I am thankful for what has been. And I'm thankful for what's coming because I know it's greater than what has left. So instead of being in a frequency of need or frequency of lack, I've placed myself in a frequency of abundance because I have more than enough. Now, I've never missed a meal unless I wanted to. I'm out here walking every day. I ain't take my walks. Man, so much going on this weekend, but anyway, you know, I was in the AC all summer, and it was boiling out here. But now we're about to flip the switch again. So now we understand. Now I understand within myself. Oh, I'm okay. We good. I know. I understand. Now I'm learning how to be. Now I'm learning how to love myself where I'm at, and not beat myself into submission. I can't do that. So I don't know. I'm just in a beautiful space of loving myself genuinely, where I'm at, how I look, how I move, how I speak, learning that I don't have to speak all the time. That's been beautiful. But understanding, don't get consumed with what's going on in this world. We in the world, but not of it. I'm in this world, but I ain't of it. So with everybody in understanding that fear works, just like joy, just like peace, just like, everything else, it works. But you got to figure out which one you going to feed. You going to be scared the whole time, or we going to make the best of it. And that's what we have to do. So I don't know. I feel like I've just talked a little bit too much because I lost myself even at the end, but I feel like it you know. So yes, thank you so much for sticking around for the catch up that we're having right now. Peace, love, happiness, success, prosperity, money to you. Look, do something with that money. Go ahead and invest it. Don't just keep working. Work, invest, invest. I keep hearing that, and I can't wait to get started. I know I'm behind, but guess what? We gonna thrive anyway. All right, I love you. It'd be better if you love yourself. Go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe. I would like to hear what you've been doing during my break. What you been doing? You been watching other videos? All right. I love you. Bye.